I also want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the state of Ohio right now. And also, I'm pretty sure that um, other states are going through the same thing. So, right now, uh, I'm just going to keep it honest, I'm going to keep it real. Most of these employers or group plans do not want to carry health care for their retirees. And so, moving forward, a lot of companies will be dropping their health insurance coverage for their retirees. Now, that does not mean other benefits like pensions, 401k. I'm specifically talking about health insurance, okay? And there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, mortality. People are living longer. So when these actuaries built these plans, they didn't know that people would live as long. Okay, I'll use my mom as an example. She is 68 years old, retired postmaster. She retired at age 55. She's been carrying the post office's benefits for about 12 years now. Okay, so my mom does not smoke. She's never drank in her life, and she's super healthy. So she could live to be 100 years old, and so the post office is probably looking at my mom. She has a very nice pension. Wow, when can we get Miss Green off the books? I mean, I'm just being honest because right now, I mean, she could be on the books another 20 years. So I'm not saying that that mentality is fair. I'm just saying that this is a reality. Okay. Now, a person like herself who started out as a mail carrier and worked her way up as a postmaster and gave 20, 25 years or 30 plus years to an employer, I think they do deserve some benefits into their retirement. But the reality is that America is a capitalist society. These companies are in business to make money, and so one of the quickest ways for them to um, is to cut overhead is to go after the health insurance. Okay, one of the other reasons why this is happening is the fact that the Affordable Care Act will be fully implemented in 2016. So what does that mean? Well, one of the provisions inside of the Affordable Care Act is that they have made some changes to Medicare. And so insurance companies aren't being reimbursed as much as they used to in the past. And so if you have an employer who has a certain amount of employees up to a certain level, they could have to pay penalties. And so, the rules are becoming stricter. When the Affordable Care Act is fully implemented in 2016, you're going to really see a lot of dominoes drop. So what's going on right now in Ohio is that we have PERS and OPRS, which are basically public retirement. Well, here in Ohio, PERS and OPRS are basically retirement plans for public employees. So firemen, maybe school district administrators. STRS are for teachers. And so in 2016, OPERS will be dropping their health care coverage for their employees. And I believe you're probably talking about 100, 150,000 people, maybe even high as 200,000 who will be dropped. Okay, so here's something that you have to take in consideration if you are one of these people. These companies and these public institutions are not just letting their beneficiaries kind of hang dry. So they are giving them some assistance. And so number one, what they're doing is that they're facilitating communication between the beneficiaries and what's called a connector. A connector is a company, aka a broker that offers multiple insurance plans through multiple companies for retirees. So we're really talking about Medicare plans. And so some retiree programs are mandating that you go through your connector or you cannot receive a subsidy. So what some of the, and I believe this is PERS, is that they're offering a subsidy which probably can amount anywhere from $100 up to, let's just say, $300 based on your seniority. But if you don't use your connector, and let's just say your neighbor is an insurance agent or a broker, or you have a friend or maybe a nephew, and you want to use them and they're not hooked in with the connector, then you won't get your subsidy. So you have to be very careful of this. Okay, some companies like I believe Ford, AT&T is recently dropping 300,000 beneficiaries, and I believe they are going to have a subsidy maybe for the first year, and they do have to use connectors. Some companies offer connectors. You can keep your subsidy, but you don't necessarily have to go through the connector. So when you get your benefits book or any correspondence or letters in the mail, make sure you read this very carefully. Okay, I recently got a call from a lady who was retired AT&T employee, and she said that she had talked to the connector and pretty much had a bad experience. And so I do a lot of community meetings in the Northeast Ohio area, educating people about their Medicare options. And so I told her, I said, hey, I'm not able to work with you or really even talk to you because you have to go through a connector. And if you went through me, you may lose some of your benefits. And she says, well, I just want to come out to your meeting, Marcus, so I can better understand what my options are. So she had 6 of her friends come out to one of my meetings out in Berea. And after the meeting, she told me that she felt a lot better in regards to how Medicare insurance works. Because if you think about it, a person like herself who's maybe 79 years old, all she knows is her AT&T retiree program. So she was scared to death. Okay, so if you're working with an agent, make sure they always have your best needs and they understand what your situation is. Okay. If you have any questions, you can always call me at 216-644-8043.